This is a Nova 4-player fixed card game which is being played with intermediate plus ranked players. I have no idea what ranks we are, but I could obviously check their stats since it's a ranking game. But first of all, I will say let's make some predictions before doing that. And let's see which continent I could go for with troop wise. And it looks like it might be Europe or Africa. And the green player goes immediately no Australia, no win guys, so he's about to win the whole game, don't you think so? And let's actually immediately, let's firstly make my turn and only then send the alliances. And the green player is taking his time. I think, judging by the first move, I will guess that he's intermediate. And yes, I was right. Well, statistically speaking, most of the players will be intermediates, since there are much more intermediates than experts, masters or grandmasters. So the grandmaster will be the last likable choice. And I'll guess, let's just settle my troops in Africa for now. Let's add one more troop for 100 blitz, and yes. And let's move out my troops out from Europe, I guess. I will be going for Africa if everything is right. And now I guess let's just make the alliance with everyone. The alliances playing with lower ranked players could be really important. Playing with higher ranked players might not matter as much, but they could be important with them as well. And alright, the green player has accepted my alliance request. The yellow player is going for South America, and it looks like he made his attack very fast, so I think he turned off the camera animations. And the purple player goes no Australia, no win. I guess the purple player is another intermediate, judging by his move, which I wouldn't say very smart. And maybe the yellow player, judging by his first move, could likely be either expert or master. Let's actually guess master. And no, he's intermediate as well. But yeah, the green and the pink players are just going to destroy themselves. No Australia, no win strategy. And the green player ends his turn fortifying his troops over this corner. And let's just move out into Africa from Europe, guys. I will be going for Africa, but on the other hand, there's even 5 troops of a yellow player in Madagascar, and I'm not sure if he's going to waste them, so that's not too much promising, or if it is. Let's hope that the yellow player will actually be fine of me capturing Africa. Let's hope that he will be a good neighbor. And let's see what the pink player does. If he captures Africa, or he is going to crush with 5 troops of the green player, and he goes with the latter option and is going to fortify some more troops from Europe. So actually at the end it isn't turned out to be that bad of a decision like I thought it was at first. I think the pink player is clearly getting Australia now. But maybe the green player will have a set at 3 cards, so in this case maybe he will get a chance to make a comeback. But if I were the green player, then I will really switch going for North America, since there are a lot of his troops. He goes to invade the yellow player into South America, but I think he doesn't realize that the yellow player even has 8 troops in Western Europe and is going to wipe him out from South America back. So I think that's pretty clear that the green player will be the first player to get eliminated from this game. That at least will be my prediction. And now let's not block the yellow player the way, and let's just play like this. For a 100 blitz and fortify my troops to the top. I really wish the yellow player would move out his troops from Madagascar, and that the pink player his 3 troops from East Africa as well. Or I mean, maybe I should switch going for Europe. I mean, the yellow player is moving out and the pink player is going to move out from Ukraine as well. So maybe actually I will go for Europe, especially when I can move these 5 troops into Europe as well. So I think that will be it. I think that will be my plan. It will be my master plan in this game, guys. And let's see how the green player responds to the 9 troops of the yellow player. Oh, and oh boy, he has a set of 3 cards, but I think his switch is going for North America instead for South America, and I think that's right. I think he will be going for North America, and I think that's pretty obvious. Now the situation so far is looking the worst for the yellow player, but depends whether the green player holds North America or if he doesn't. And alright, he challenges the yellow player. For now I will choose, or I mean maybe I can even fully capture it. Let's actually fully capture, since I think the green player's attention will be towards South America to fight with the yellow player, and the pink player is probably paying his attention towards going for Australia. But I could be absolutely wrong, but we are going to see how it goes. The green player is my ally, so I'm only putting 2 troops on his border as well. Let's send him thumbs up. Let's be good allies, let's be good neighbors. Let's dominate this game together, green. And hopefully neither yellow nor pink will be a problem to me. Yellow player removes green player's troops from Asia. And let's see if the pink player invades me, but I think no, he's moving out from Africa, and I think he's really delaying on capturing South Americas. And I think he's really delaying to capturing Australia, as the green player isn't even going anymore for that. And let's send thumbs up to him, and he could just fortify his army on Indonesia and immediately take over Australia, but maybe he will just trade in a set at 4 cards and do it this way. And alright, the green player is going to wipe out the yellow player from South America, and at one hand I like it that he's wasting his troops, but on the other hand not so much, as he is going to be the strongest player in the game, which might dominate the game. But as long as I hold Europe, everything will be balanced. So yeah. As long as I am holding Europe, I'm really happy about this game. As long as neither green, nor yellow, nor pink invade me into South America. Let's see what the yellow player... Alright, I think he just makes it clear that he wants to go for Africa, and that the green player will then move out his Brazilian troops into North Africa. I think that's what he wants to indicate. And on the right, the pink player has finally realized that he can just fortify his troops in Australia. And honestly, if I wanted, I could just eliminate the yellow player, but I think it's better for me to keep him alive. I think the balance of the game wise, as well as the balance of the game wise, and as well that the green player will have someone to fight with. As otherwise, if the yellow player is gone, then I think the green player's attention might just go to me. Since Australia is quite isolated place, and has only one border to guard, so I think the green player will be targeting me or something like that. Let's see, I think he just wipes the yellow player out from Africa, but he won't completely get it, so the yellow player will survive. So unless I would like to eliminate the yellow player by myself. For the cards it's really worth it, but should I really do that? It's a really big question. Well, for the cards it's worth, I think maybe I won't do it. Let's just play like this, guys. Let's see, maybe it was a mistake, maybe the yellow player will just be a very passive player and won't do much, in this case just turtling, but maybe he will cause some problems to the green player as well. And let's hope he invades. And yes, guys, I really like what I kept the yellow player alive, as he just invaded the green player into North America. So that actually turned out great. And if he has a set at 3 cards again, then maybe he will be a struggle for the green player. As the green player was about to really dominate the game. If I eliminated the yellow player, then the next step of him would have been to capture Africa. And that would have been a bit ridiculous to my mind. And let's hope the green player gets a bad blitz roll. And let's see, please get a bad one and lose a lot of troops. And yes, he's doing manual rolls, and the first ones didn't go into his favor. Alright, he pulls out some troops to North America. And hopefully the yellow player has a set, as otherwise he will be probably taken out by the pink player. Let's actually see. I would like what more of the damage will be dealt to the green player, but the yellow player doesn't have a set, and I think he will just be taken out by one of my opponents. If not by the pink player, then by the green player for sure, I would assume. But I think the pink player is just staying passive as the Australian player, and honestly I would have preferred if he captured Ural, so his Siamese army will have become blocked from Europe, but that's fine. But this way it might be fine as well. Let's see if the green player takes out the yellow player, and I think he doesn't, since he didn't add more troops on his army, so I think the yellow player will get another chance to survive. I won't be invading him. But what I will do is just capture Kamchatka, unleashing the yellow player's 7 troops in Mongolia, and I really hope that North America will be invaded by the yellow player again. And I just equalize my armies like that and attack the territory of the yellow player, and let's see what the yellow player does, guys. That will be so exciting if he actually invades the green player. And yes, he does even have a 10 troop set, guys. That is really exciting. I'm so happy with the decision that I left the yellow player alive, but I'm not sure why he just wiped me out. And I think he just wiped me out because he wants to block the green player from accessing Asia. And that he will potentially invade me into Iceland, but I mean the green player still has territories to capture in Africa, and I mean then he could just capture territories in Asia from Africa as well. And I thought that I really like that I left the yellow player alive, and while I do, I really hope that he will have invaded the green player into North America again, but he didn't. But on the other hand, it's still not the end of the world, guys. Let's just equalize my armies, I guess, and let's capture a territory over here. Let's see, the balance of the game wise, the troop wise, it looks like I am the strongest player, but actually with the green player receiving so many troops, he will probably become the strongest himself. And alright, I really like the pink player rushing troops, but maybe he's going to invade me into Europe. And yes, even though we're allies, he doesn't really appreciate me. Or I mean, he's going to invade the green player into North America too, so that's fine as well. And what he doesn't do much. I mean, if he wanted, he could really go through Asia to invade the green player, going through Kamchatka, invading into Alaska. But alright, it looks like the green player is going to properly guard all of his borders now. And I think what I have to do is to guard Western Europe properly as well right now. But I won't put troops in Iceland as the green player has been really nice ally so far, and I don't think he is going to invade me. Let's tell him to attack the pink player, just to make sure to see what I'm on his side still staying. And how many troops I should do, I think 16. And the same will be on the another border. Let's actually send a thumbs up to the green player. Thumbs up. And let's see what the yellow player does. Maybe he will go into Africa. Alright, he unleashes the pink player's army, and I'm not sure, I think he doesn't appreciate me that much. I think maybe if the pink player doesn't attack me now and waste a lot of my precious troops, then I think I'm taking the yellow player out. Let's tell green to attack the yellow player. As I mean, obviously I don't have to forget about the 3 Madagascarian troops over here. But alright, it makes me, green player makes me away even, so I don't really care that much what he didn't crush him, as long as he doesn't block me away. And let's say good, well actually not let's say good game, because we could potentially think that I'm winning this game while I'm not. And let's play it like this, guys. And I think I will just switch towards the European turtle strategy. I won't be even guarding my borders thought maybe then the pink player will just invade me, who knows, but I don't really think that will be really great, as when the green player will just dominate the game. And alright, I just traded in my sets, and I will just fortify my troops. Let's actually fortify my troops out from Africa, as the green player might just be going for it. And let's see how my European turtle strategy is going to work. I mean, the pink player could invade me right now easily, but maybe going through my borders, he will invade the green player as well. And yes, the pink player invades me, but let's see. Yes, he's going towards the green player's border. And while I only lost 1 troop territories, the green player has lost even lost 16 troops army, guys. So that's really good, and I would really like what the pink player stayed in North America, but he goes back. And I think maybe I will try to pull the same plan / strategy as well. I think with Western troops I will unleash the pink player's Siamese army towards my way to invade me again, and I guess he will go through the green player's border again. I mean, that really sounds like a plan, and I mean, the pink player has a set. He's at 5 cards, so yeah. He will do so much more damage to the green player again, I will assume. So let's go for it again, guys. Let's recapture Europe, and let's hope the pink player follows the exact same pattern like he did last time. He trades in a set, and Italy, I would like to hope that he will crush some more troops when G6 in Greenland. I really want that he will break the balance of the game somehow. But I really like what the pink player is aggressive, but he isn't the Australian turtle player who doesn't do anything other than just capturing a territory per turn, and it looks like the pink player is going to invade the green player through another border, so maybe not even going for my territories, but no. I think he goes for Asia and will still invade me, but maybe he will have enough time to invade the green player as well. Let's see. Well, he just invaded me. So maybe I will just properly guard the borders against him, man. The plan didn't went into my favor, and the pink player hasn't been that much of a good ally at all. But maybe he wants just to force me to attack the green player by myself. But I think I will intend staying good friends with the green player. And let's see, maybe eventually the green player will eliminate the pink player himself. I mean, if he has both Americas and if I have Europe and the pink player is holding Australia, the game is still balanced. I do not necessarily have to be the strongest. Let's trade an asset, and I guess let's just play like that. Let's properly guard my border, guys. And maybe the green player will just completely take the pink player out, I don't know. Hopefully the pink player doesn't intend to break from one of my borders. But he's capturing a bunch of territories of mine, from what we've seen from a couple of those turns, of those recent turns. Let's see, guys, how it goes. I don't like what the green player is getting the strongest, but on the other hand, if I attack him, then I think he's just going to suicide on me and the pink player might win the game. I think this is how it will go if I attacked the green player into North America. So I think my best bet is just to let him hold that. So let's just do that. Let's capture a territory over here and fortify my troops back. Let's see how much of a patience the pink player has. Will he fortify his army out of Siam and will consider breaking through one of the borders of someone, or he will just pull his 5 troops back? But no. Or yes, he's fortifying his 5 troops back. So at this point, what I'm really hoping is that the green player at some point will consider taking the pink player out, but I think he's not in that big of a rush at all. And for some reason he's just doing manual roll, that's weird. Maybe he forgot to switch. And I will just continue turtling, capturing the same exact territory over here and fortifying my troops back into Ukraine. Let's see how this game actually goes. I mean, if the pink player disconnects and leaves the game when the green player wins, but if the green player disconnects, then I win, since I'm much stronger. Well, not that much, but quite stronger than the pink player. So that might be really looking good for me. The pink player has left 5 troops on here, so I'm not really sure what he is intending to do, but maybe he has a set and maybe he intends to break into Southern Europe. So I'm obviously going to strengthen his border. I'm not going to risk that at all. And hopefully the green player, by capturing the territories over here, will eventually unleash the pink player's army towards him. And this way, well, I'm not sure. The border is just too big. Too many troops over here. So that isn't that really going to work out. But I just keep strengthening my borders over here and I will just be hoping for the best. It seems that the pink player isn't really annoying about the green player, so that isn't really that good for me, but on the other hand, he doesn't really do a damage for me either. The green player is drastically, well, maybe not as drastically, but he is expanding into Asia as well, and maybe it will make the pink player mad, who knows. But maybe the pink player is just mad that I'm not really attacking him. But I'm not attacking the green player myself, but we're just fan of each other letting hold continents. But I'm not invading the green player through Greenland. And let's see what he's going to do over here, or if he's just building an army away. Or I mean, maybe I should move out my troops from Ukraine and unleash the pink player away. Maybe that will be a plan. Who knows? Maybe that will sound like a smart plan. I think it might be really worth the risk. Let's see what the green player does, and I think he captures a territory in Africa right now. And that's it. I think he doesn't want to unleash the way to the pink player. And now let's go with my master plan. I'm not sure if it's going to work, but let's hope the pink player invades the green player into North America. Or maybe he will just invade me. We'll see. And I would really like to hope that he will move into South America as well, if he does that. But yeah, I'm really happy with the pink player playing this way. And yes, he's going into South America as well, and that might really make the green player mad, but I'm not sure. I would really like to hope that the green player crushes some troops of the pink player as well. But we're obviously going to see how it goes, but I think I finally came up with some plan, as it really looked like the game has been really stalemating at the same point. not much action have been really happening at all. So I'm finally happy to come up with something with something more interesting. And let's see what the green player is going to do in response. Maybe he will just recapture those continents and that's it. I mean, I could technically attack the green player as well, but on the other hand, the pink player would really have a good position in Australia, and more likely the green player would suicide on me. So I'm not that much keen to do that, but I'm just going to see how it goes. I mean, ideally it will be good that the pink player will just move out from Australia and left his army near one of the Americas. And now let's just go with the same strategy again. I mean, well, maybe let's just unleash the pink player's army on purpose, and let's see how that just goes, guys. I mean, the pink player could just get mad at me and suicide, but let's just see if he invades the green player once again. But maybe he will just invade me, as I think that is just really obvious. But alright, he attacks the green player, and I think he will invade just me. And yes, guys, he's just invading me. Let's tell the green player to attack the pink player. I would like to completely take him out. But yeah, this game is tough. And yeah, not sure what I should really do. Or maybe just play like this, guys. Let's just recapture without much guarding, but I mean, just adding some more troops and that's it. Let's just do 6 troops. Maybe right now the pink player will go through Europe and invade the green player into North and South Americas as well. Let's see what he actually does, guys. As I mean, obviously he won't go through any of the 2 other borders to invade the green player, as those armies are just too big. But alright, he's staying passive, and I'm not sure, maybe at this point it's just up to me to invade the green player if I want to. But on the other hand, we will just be balancing each other out. I mean, the green player is not going to get more troops than both of us combined. The continent and the troop wise we're still balancing each other out. So yeah. Well, actually, that's surprising that the green player is being the strongest player when I really thought he will be eliminated first, judging by his moves. I mean, he was wiped out from Australia, and then he picked a really bad fight with a yellow player in South America, but at the end it actually turned out to be really great, especially with him having a set at 3 cards back then, if I correctly remember. And let's see what the pink player does. Will he go through North Americas as well? And yes, I think he does. The green player is losing even 6 troops right now and is going to get invaded into South America, or the pink player is just stopping. I think no, he is still going. And yes. And just please leave your army here or just run out of time to fortify it back. And so close, tick-tock timer, and no. The pink player still managed to fortify his army back. Maybe now I should invade the green player by myself. I mean, maybe I will just leave my troops in North America and prevent him from recapturing it. I mean, he could just have South America and that's it. The green player recaptures it, but I think he won't have enough troops to recapture North America. Let's just see the pink player to attack the green player and send thumbs up just to see how that goes. And yeah, the green player is not gaining North America back right now. I think I will just play like this, leaving my army over here to see how the things go. Let's see what the pink player does. Maybe the green player will just take the green player out right now. Who knows? As I mean, the pink player has invaded the green player into North America multiple times, and the green player is just recapturing it without doing anything else. So if the things are the same, then I have to change my plan in some other way. And I mean, the pink player wasn't leaving his troops in one of the Americas either. And the green player got a bit mad at me that I fortified my troops here and has crushed my smallest army, but I mean, I don't really care that much at all right now, as long as he isn't suiciding into me. And let's see pink player to attack green, thumbs up, and a heart to him. Let's wipe out the green player from over here, and let's just play like this, guys. Let's send him a heart. Let's actually fortify some troops over here and tell him to attack the green player as well. Alright, he attacks only 1 troop territory, but on the other hand it's really understandable because he is the weakest player who is twice as weak as me. So in his shoes I will just do exactly the same. Well, at the very least I got a better diplomacy with him. I mean, he appreciates more than the green player, so at least that's good in this sense. But now the green player doesn't appreciate me as much anymore. But if he keeps his army blocked, then I do not care that much at all. Let's see where he is fortifying. Alright, he's just fortifying his troops into one big army, and I guess let's just play like this. Let's intend to properly guard Africa. 20 troops. So yeah. The pink player is capturing a territories of mine right now, but alright, I think he might unleash the green player's army, and I will be... Alright, he's just taking my territory, but please don't attack the territory of the green player. And yes, I really thought he's going to capture Alaska, so he would unleash the green player's army towards myself, and then the green player will just have crushed all of those armies of mine, suiciding into me, giving the pink player the game. So yeah, that was really close, but that was such a blessing seeing the pink player just attacking one troop territories of mine. So yeah, let's send the pink player thumbs up. Attack my territory if you need to. And let's see what the green player does, whether he will finally fortify his army out of the block place. And if he does, maybe I will just move out. Maybe I will just let him retake his stuff. And alright, I think he just only move out 8 troops, so I do not care that much at all. I thought he's going to fortify all of his army here. So we'll just play like this. I mean, as long as the pink player is unleashing the green player's army, I'm really happy about that. He can capture my territories over here, or he can capture the territories of the green player over here, and that will be fine either way. I mean, my goal is to end up having more troops than the green and pink players combined, but at the very least, I think I would like that it will get close, as when with the green player's army being blocked, then maybe I would end up holding multiple continents for a turn, but it's really far for it being close. We just have as many troops as the green player, and the pink player is quite weaker. And alright, the green player is threatening me, and I think I'm just moving out from it. I think maybe I will just play like that. I will just capture as many territories as possible, I guess, and we'll just going to play like that, guys. And let's just fortify my army over here to not irritate anyone. And let's see what the green player does, whether he will suicide into me or if he won't. Let's see what the pink player does. Maybe he will crush my 17 troops army, or maybe I'm not sure what he is doing. Maybe he will just capture some territories of mine, and that's it. Let's see what he is going to do, and please don't break through. Right, well, I mean, it's the same for me whether he breaks through those continents or not, as the green player was really obviously going to do it anyway, so I really like him wasting troops, but maybe it doesn't as much matter at all. But yeah, the pink player really likes capturing a lot of territories, and he will run out of time to fortify his army back in Australia, so I think I'm going into Australia myself right now. So yeah, I really like that. It's really promising for sure, so as long as the green player isn't suiciding into me right now. On the other hand, he could take the pink player out as long as he wants to. And alright, he is going this way, or I mean, he's just doing the troop split. And I think he maybe will crush my biggest army, or who knows. We're just going to see, guys. I mean, in that case, I'm not taking Australia from the pink player then, and will just be more or less neutral, I guess. Maybe then I will just play this way. And right now I have become the weakest player. The green player has really got a good blitz roll on my troops. Let's just capture a territory over here, and that's it. Let's just fortify my troops in that place. Let's tell the green player to attack the pink player. I mean, the pink player is capturing lots of continents, so maybe that will bring the green player's attention towards him. But yeah, I should definitely be careful about the green player, as I don't think he would really hesitate suiciding. So yeah, and yeah, the pink player just leave his... Let's actually send this emoji. So the green player might... So to indicate that maybe there's a threat for the green player. But the pink player could potentially crush the green player's army. But let's see how it actually goes. Hopefully the green player isn't taking me out right now. I just hope that he invades the pink player into his continents. But we're going to see, maybe he just captures South America and that's it. But no, he invades the pink player into Africa. And let's see what he's doing over here. Hopefully he isn't taking... And alright, he just crushes the pink player's army over here. And it isn't worth for me to take the pink player out, so I'm not going to do that. But what I could certainly do is to invade him into South America, I guess. Attack the green player. And yes, let's invade the green player into South America, and yes, we just did it, guys. Let's just capture 2 more territories, and let's just end my turn. And why are you capturing the territories of my pink player? I just helped you out, and the green player crushed a big army of yours. And I thought that you may be capturing Asia, but you're continuing the same way. Wow, I think he's really giving the game for the green player looking to the troop wise, and the green player has a set, so he could potentially take me out, but as well he could take out the pink player. But alright, he didn't combine his armies, and I think I'm taking the pink player out if the green player is leaving him with just a small amount of territories, but the pink player is attacking a bunch of territories of mine, so maybe it's worth to take him out for me anyway. And the green player seems to be very slow, so I think in the endgame I might really win against him. First of all, let's trade an asset, but yeah, I think I'm taking the pink player out, as I think he will just continue giving the game away to the green player. So yeah, let's just play as well. I think it's the best to take him out right now when he is at 4 cards. So I'm definitely going to do right now, and let's hope that the green player is a slow player in general. I think that should be enough troops, but that might be close. But no, I think we will get it, guys. And yes, good game. I mean, that's a bit big risk, but I'm really hoping that the green player is really bad at the endgame, and I thought that the pink player is just really going to give the game for the green player anyway, so I don't think I don't really have much to lose, and I'm just going to play like that. I think I have to capture as many territories as possible, so to rely on getting big troop bonuses. But we're going to see how it goes. It looks like we are around the same number of troops, but I mean most of my territories of ones, while the green player has big armies, so he's definitely in the advantage when it comes to that. But I mean, I have a 4 troop set, but I have 4 cards, but do I have a set? And yes, I do. I have a troop set, and we're just going to see how that endgame goes. The green player is slow, but I think he isn't that slow. Isn't too slow, well, like I would expect him to be. But will he just end his turn? I think that will be really great if he ends his turn, as I have even 22 territories, which would let me receive even 7 true bonus. And yeah, I think I might outplay him in the endgame, even thought he should really win that. Let's do it like this, and I've got a really terrible blitz roll, guys, so that isn't too much promising. But let's play like this, and let's not unleash his army. Let's actually fortify my army over here, and let's see how this game continues to go. I mean, the green player still has Australia and a bunch of big armies, so he's still in the advantage. Well, I'm with no continent at all. I have more territories, but the green player can just capture as many territories as possible and just completely reduce my advantage. And let's just send some random emotes to just distract the green player to hopefully hope what he will capture fewer territories in general. And come on, stop, let me receive a big troop bonus. Let's send him, well, let's just not say him anything. And alright, let's just go this way, I assume. And maybe we will recapture North America as well, but maybe not necessarily. And I think I fortify my army over here. Let's see how it goes, guys. So far I'm still holding strong, and hopefully the green player doesn't have a set, and he doesn't. He loses 6 troops on that, and I'm really happy that he went for those troops rather than territories, and he just ends his turn. Yeah, he's not experienced in the endgame at all. And I will just continue going after territories. I think it might be really the time when I take the advantage over it. And maybe let's just capture South America right now as well, and fortify my troops out from there. And let's see how that goes right now. I mean, I only took the pink player out as I expected the green player to misplay the endgame, and so far it looks like it's really working out well. I think otherwise, if I didn't take the pink player out, I think he will just over-attack me and giving the green player the game anyway, so I really think I had nothing to lose. And right now it seems I will even win the game, but it looks like the green player finally realized that he has to capture as many territories as possible, I wanted to see, but I mean, he just ended up blocking his army again. And obviously let's trade an asset. And I think I will just swap him out of Australia so he wouldn't get those 2 troop bonuses anymore. And that's, I lost the same number of troops on that blitz roll. That's not ideally, but it's still quite decent. I mean, not that bad. And let's just leave my 3 troops over here. And I think at this point I really won the game. I don't really think the green player is winning this game anymore, but let's see. I mean, it will be really soon after this move, as maybe he could still end up holding some continents, but it looks he will just capture Australia alone. So I think I will really dominate him over this endgame. And yes, he invades me into Australia, guys. And I think this game indicates that sometimes a bad move could actually be a good move. The worst move could be the best move. So like, it wasn't worth for me to take the pink player out, but since the green player is misplaying this endgame, it actually was the best move I could have made. And it looks like I'm really winning this game right now. Let's just hope that the green player doesn't have a set of 3 cards, but even if he does, then maybe it won't anything bad as well. But no, I don't really like that. He is gaining the chances to win this endgame again, as I do not have a set of 3 cards myself. But let's just hope that he captures South America and that's it. Alright, he loses 3 troops, which is really good for me, and he goes this way, which might let him having fewer troops to guard South America, but I mean, he doesn't guard that, and I think maybe he doesn't understand that the more territories you have, the bigger troop bonuses you get, so that's really promising for me. And maybe I should just intend to take down Australia. 86 blitz roll, and it's a good blitz roll. Let's capture 1 more territory, and let's fortify my 2 troops over here. So now I think I'm definitely winning this game. A green player potentially had an opportunity to do something, but he didn't take it. He didn't capture as many territories as possible or going for some continents, and even though right now I do not even have a set of 4 cards, I think I will be still dominating this endgame, guys, and that is so really amazing for sure. And it looks like finally the green player, well, maybe he's just going for North America. Yeah, I think he's just going for North America, otherwise he will just left those troops again. And yes. And I will just invade him through North America, letting him hold Australia, as I think it wouldn't be enough troops, but yeah, I think it's just better to go for North America. And yes, we will break through it, and I guess let's just capture territories over here. And now, since he has 15 territories, let's actually do a manual roll, as if he gets down to 14 territories, then he will receive 1 troop fewer. And it didn't went well, but I give it a good try. And what's the most important? The green player receives even 7 troops, 5 troops from his territorial troop bonus, and 2 troops from his Australian continental troop bonus. And that doesn't really matter, as I'm just going to invade him into all of his continents, but maybe not necessarily if he puts a strong guard on either Brazil or North America. But let's hope he doesn't have enough troops to recapture South America. But even if he is, I think I'm breaking him into all of his continents anyway. And I think, yeah, I think that's right. And let's just trade an asset. Let's see where it will be the most suitable to trade. I think maybe I will just go for Scandinavia. And let's maybe put like 8 troops here and 9 troops here as well, and let's go. Alright, I think I will just take over South America if I get a good man roll over here. And yes, I finally did. And let's just invade him into North America as well, and let's just move towards closer South America, so I will have some more territories over here as well. Let's just leave my 2 troops over here in Indonesia. But let's see if he does as said. I really hope he doesn't, and if he doesn't, then I just wipe him out. But alright, he got the worst set possible, and I think that will be the game. I think I should really win in the next turn. Let's see if he makes it successfully to invade me into Australia. It will be 3 versus 2, which is really unlikely, but anything could happen. Let's see, and yes, he just loses it, and I have a 6 troop set, but I'm going to trade it in as well. And please waste those 2 troops armies as well, but he doesn't. But alright, it just makes the most sense to add all of my troops in Venezuela and potentially finish this game for good. Let's trade in a set over here, and let's just capture territory over here. Let's do a model roll here, and I get a bad one. but let's do blitz over here. And how many troops should I split? I think maybe 6, and let's see if we can finish him off in North America. And yes, we do, guys. And let's capture South America, going into Africa and capturing the European territories as well, and it should be really close. It all depends on the manual rolls I'm going to get. And yes, we did, guys. I finally won this game. What an unexpected victory.